Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared, and I am so freaking excited for Superman. Holy moly. Today, the trailer dropped, and we have waited. I have waited, and we as fans have been waiting so long for an official trailer. The teaser back in December really it put tears in my eyes. Just I was like, wow, I can't believe so much Superman-ness in just in that original teaser, and it didn't have any dialogue really other than like a couple lines, very few lines in that original teaser. But this trailer really set what I wanted. It gave me what I wanted. I wanted to see the plot. I wanted to see the actors and how they interacted with each other. I wanted to see the chemistry with Superman and Lois. I wanted to see how Lex would be, and man, it's just so much to take in. It's a 3-minute trailer, and it's just absolutely incredible. I'm not a fancy YouTuber who is going to do you get to watch the trailer while I react to it. So I'm just going to play it on my television as I record this on my phone, and I want to pause it and maybe talk about the scenes. So here we go. DC Bullet, DC Studios.
Are you being serious right now?
And
You'd let me interview you as Superman. Sure.
all right, pausing it. So if you notice in the very beginning of the trailer, you can really hear Superman. He's like, sure, yeah, he's like got this like wimpy Clark Kent voice. He's like this nervous voice to him, kind of a dweeb voice. And then when he leans in, you can hear a big difference.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Changes a little, calls her Cronkite.
Miss Lane.
All right, pause. And so as he leans in and he says, Miss Lane, his voice just changes from one character to another. And I was like, wow, that like, you could tell he was nervous. And then once he like leaned in, he became very confident in just that alone. And I'm so juiced. I'm so juiced.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's fine?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Okay, so this is just like right here when I initially started watching it. And he goes, I stopped a war. And she goes, maybe. He's like, no, I did. And I was just like, I started clapping. And so much I was clapping. I paused it originally. I was clapping. And my dog came in like, what are you doing, dude? And so I was clapping because this is who Superman is. He just wants to help people. Not because he has to, but because he wants to. People are hurt. People are hurting. And he has the ability to do so. So he's going to do so. Just because he wants to. Because he knows it's the right thing. And so the fact when like Lois is, she's a hard-hitting journalist, questions his view, he kind of gets defensive. He's like, no, I did. Like he really like, he doesn't understand why other people don't just get it. Like, hey, I'm just trying to help. And that's very like Superman. And especially this movie, I feel like is going to be very important in the age that we're living in, where the world's very divided about, what side of the politics spectrum, religious spectrum, not religious spectrum, but where you fall religiously, worldviews, all these things. And then there's just one guy out there just trying to do the right thing, not by any individual group, just by everyone, just by humanity, by humans in general. And we see this in that trailer that like there's people with their own personal agendas, and Soups is just trying to just do good. All right, I'm gonna get going again.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative
I
of the
wasn't
United States.
representing anybody except for me and doing good.
Okay, pause again. This is so important in modern Superman storytelling, and I know conservatives take a big stink at this. Cards on the table. I'm more politically conservative. My channel used to have a different name, used to have a different type of content here, but with Superman, like the truth, justice, and the American way does not represent the character that is Superman as a whole. Maybe in some iterations, but as a whole, as a man who just wants to help humanity, the American way gets in the way, right? It's about a better tomorrow. And so when Superman says, I don't represent anyone, I represent me, and he kind of gets frustrated, he stutters, he's like, and doing good. And so, because we don't live in this world anymore, even as Americans, where we're like, the Americans are always the good guys. Like, if you believe that, that's cool, but you know kind of deep down you're having this bias, this you want to believe in something bigger than you, and I respect that. But you know deep down that's not actually true, because like it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, things aren't right. Whether you're left, you're right, you're liberal, you're conservative, you're Democrat or Republican. And I know all three of those different variations mean all different kinds of things. And so this is really important, I think, as a movie that's coming out in 2025 and where our world is so divided. And so this movie I'm so excited to see, like, we're taking very real world ideas, blowing them up into a cartoon world to really examine ourselves. And I think that's just so brilliant. And this movie is so colorful, so vibrant. And I'm just going to keep going. Let's unpause. Saving that girl. We've seen a million times.
Myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Right, yeah. So people were going to die. And like, that's what matters. All human life matters. All human life matters. Like, it doesn't matter where you are politically. It doesn't matter where you are in a country religiously. All human life matters. People were going to die. And Superman going, I can't let people die. I can stop this. I can help people. That's Superman. And this scene, we get the John Williams score, and then that's the thumbnail, where this man goes, Superman, Superman, and he goes and picks him up out of the rubble. He's a regular guy who was just there and saw a guy trying to help people get knocked down, so the other guy helped him. Like, that's what the Superman story is about, is uplifting people to help other people. And just seeing the regular guy helping the Superman, the regular man helping the Superman. Superman would have shook that off and got right out of that ditch. And if you really look at the screen, you could see that this regular guy, this regular man, is having a hard time picking up a 250-pound man off the ground. And Superman's just like, all right, let's go.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Yes. Crypto, my boy.
Your choices,
Nicholas Holt looks great as Lex.
your
Ah.
actions.
That the kaiju stomp down as that one lady was going to get stomped on, right? Superman's saving hundreds of people in this scene, right? And there's just one lady, and he comes inches. He's like, I gotta save that one lady. And he does, and he saves her, and it's just like, you could see that she's like in shock, and he's not gonna let her get hurt. Incredible. Great stuff.
That's what makes you who you are.
And then, yeah, the John Kent thing is that your actions make who you are is so much, it's a million times better. It's a million times better than, should I let them die? Maybe. Like, why are we even still talking about the Snyderverse? Why are people even still talking about the Snyderverse? Like, those two scenes, the two Pa Kent scenes, are so far opposites. One is not a Superman scene, and the other one is. And I love that Pa Kent and Clark dress the same. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but a lot of men grow up to dress exactly like their father. And I just love that that's a thing in this movie. Like, they're both wearing flannels over white shirts. Like, even, yeah, it's just great. And then, yeah, like, Lex going, super, and then it's not one word, Superman. It's Superman. And he has that question, and it's Superman. And then, you know, like, calls him an it here in a second.
Man. He's an it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Ma Kent just going, I cleaned your boots. I'm going to go get them for you. And, like, he's wearing his open flannel, and he just turns, he puffs his chest, and, like, opens it more. Like, it's not the classic, like, Clark Kent suit. He's Clark Kent at home with his parents, dressed like his dad. And he's just like, all right, let's go. It just, like, hypes me up. And you see Pa Kent, he's like, all right, let's do this, son. You know, it's like the Guy Gardner just kind of hand flicking. It's brilliant. Him and Jimmy just, like, you could tell, like, something good came out of their photos or something. Him and Jimmy being pals, awesome. Cat Grant taking pictures, selfies of it, like, fantastic. Everyone just filming up. Look up. Yeah, I've watched this trailer.
A dog.
Yes, he has a dog. I love it. I have chills watching it. I've watched this trailer like 30 times at this point, and I'll just keep watching it. Like, I love this trailer. July 11th can't come any sooner. Superman is my favorite superhero. There's so much that I love about this character. And I honestly feel like from just the trailer, the teaser, the sneak peek, and just the few photos that we have, that this is possibly going to be the greatest Superman movie ever made. I'm so in awe of it. Like, it's so bright and colorful, and there's just so much chemistry with all the actors. It genuinely feels like all the things that it's being pulled from. It feels like Superman the Animated Series. It feels like Superman Birthright. It feels like Superman or All-Star Superman. It feels like that when I watch it and I look and I go flip through my comics. I'm like it looks like a comic book. Like I'm so happy about this trailer. It's silly, but I'm just so happy. Like I said, I watched it 30 times. I'm gonna watch it 30 more times for the next forever, like 59 days and counting. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.